time for the eye catchers. Some unbelievable games this weekend, some beauties. Tomorrow night, it's going to be hard to beat this one. Broncos up against the Panthers. Two teams expected to be there right at the back end of the year, of course. Broncos looking to go back-to-back. Hodjo, last year, that last 6 weeks running through the final series, into the grand final, that was just amazing. Every single week coming from behind. Tough to go back-to-back, though.
Yeah, and you've got to look at the sides that they actually beat to actually get to the grand final. I think, obviously, Reece was outstanding in the back end of the season, and even this try here in the grand final. Like, they get through that space with that many defenders on is a tough challenge. But it reminded me of the 2006 when we had the same sort of charge. Like, we sort of come out the back end of Origin. We lost, I think, 5 or 6 of the first games. And after that, we sort of clawed our way into the semis, and obviously the rest is history. But great young side with a lot more to go, hopefully.
Penrith, of course, they won 4 in a row. Never won a World Club Challenge, I don't believe. Played 2 or 3. They didn't win one. Your thoughts on the Broncos losing to Hull Kingston Rovers? Any concern there?
Oh, look, not too lot. I think look, it's their first hit out of the season. I think a lot of guys who probably need a little bit of game fitness. But look, probably the defence did worry me. Like, to go over there and let Hull score so many points on, especially in the first half, was probably a little bit of concern. And their attack did take a little bit of a while to reconnect. But it's a different game over there, as we know.
I've got to ask you this, Hodjo, because the start of 2025 season, Madge was under a lot of pressure before he even played a game, because people were saying, is this going to work? Trains the players too hard, spew buckets, etc., etc. Well, he won the competition. Now, I find this absurd that he almost starts the competition this year under pressure again, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? All the talk around, he's trained him too hard again, linking it to the Payne situation. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, look, it's hard. Like, no one ever wants to lose a guy like Payne has. Like, he's a once-in-a-generation player. But there will be a lot of pressure. Obviously, that just comes with being the Broncos coach. There's so much scrutiny that goes on with that position. But to say that he's under pressure after winning the grand final the way that he did, I think that's a little bit probably too far-fetched. I think he probably needs a little bit more respect than that. But and the training methods, I think some of the players will probably whinge, but they've only got to look at what they did last year. Like, we all know, if you don't work hard, you're not going to win anything.
I interviewed your great mate, Brad Thorne, who I think in either code there's never been a bigger winner.
Massive human.
World Cups, everything like that. He told me when he first went to the Broncos, and they were trained by Kelvin Giles, who was notorious. He said one of his first sessions in '94, he turns up there and he said, Alf and Kevy are spewing, right? This is before the session. And he said to Lozo, have they already trained? He said, no, they know it's coming. Like, there's a price to pay for excellence, isn't there?
Oh, exactly. And you've only got to look at all those players that you just named. Elf and Kevy, two of the greatest players who won so many comps, and obviously for the Broncos as well. But I look back when we sort of won our comps as well. Like, without working hard, you don't get to those. I wasn't looking at you.
I know you were. Don't worry, mate.
Obviously, Parramatta didn't train hard, but you got to look. No matter what you do, you got to work hard. Look, there's always going to be players whinging, and they might be whinging because they're not in the side, so they're going to their player managers, and they're probably creating a little bit more noise than what it should be. But at the end of the day, the Broncos have just got to keep everything in house, which they did last year, and it's a new season and they've got a target on their back.
Nathan's in this game, Fletch, Hindy, and of course he was on report. But, mate, the old man obviously...
Must have studied something in school. It might have been legal studies or something. Got him off. Yeah, he was confident he got him off, and look at this. So I read that Ivan just said it was a pretty easy decision. I wasn't going to waste any money on any lawyers because it was pretty evident that he hit him with his shoulder to shoulder. I think I know where they saved the money, because this is Nathan's house. They didn't pay the... I don't think they paid the Jip Rocker enough money here. So this is Nathan's house. Obviously, a big storm came through. Yeah. Wow. Either that or that's where he hides his money in the attic. Just got a bit...
Well, they call it renovator's delight.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Who wins that, boys? Who do you think?
Oh, no Liam Martin.
Just say it.
I'm going to go Penrith. I'm still going to go Penrith. I don't know. Don't ask me why. McLean, Talangi. I'm excited to see
great
McLean.
Yeah.
Talangi as well. Yes. Yeah. So
no, I'm thinking Broncos.
Yeah, it's a toss of the coin. But I'll go Penrith.
Broncos this weekend, next week.
Well, they got Para next week. So.
Who do you like, Matthew?
Yeah, an easy game.
I like Penrith.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Penrith. I think, get a feeling about Penrith this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
That way, with the Titans, of course. Now, Hodjo, you're right, catcher.
Oh, look, for me, it's one of our good mates, DCE, playing his first game for the Sydney Roosters. I think, obviously, there's been a lot of hype last year about where if he was coming to the Roosters or what was happening, but everyone knew that this is where he's going to end up. So I think for him, mate, it's going to be a massive, massive achievement. Myself, playing for the Roosters and seeing all the great players that have come before me as well. So, look, massive shoes. To step into the Roosters jersey, I think he'll do a fantastic job. So hopefully he has a good year, and obviously he's the oldest player in the competition as well as 37. So
great help
for him to be running at 37.
Looks in good nick for 37.
Does,
I know. Well,
he never gets
He'll
injured.
be under the pump though.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Big signing though. Big signing.
100%.
playing the
DCE,
Wars in New
yeah.
Zealand, first up, sold out. Warriors, the Mitch Barnett, that's a big loss. Lukey Metcalf still hasn't come back.
Yeah.
I think they're a little short in the halves at the moment as far as creativity. They're going to have to win it through the middle to beat the Roosters.
Well, the Roosters pack's pretty handy as well. I know their outside backs are pretty star-studded, but Chooks go pretty good against the Warriors. I think they won 8 of the last 9, so I think the Chooks. Here we go. You wanted a draw. There's your draw.
That's what I wanted to draw. I think it's going to be a draw over there in New Zealand. We're going for the first draw of the year. I'm going to go 18 all. 18 all.
Prophetic words.
Well, guys, mine's not really an eye catch. Well, it is, but I haven't had the chance to ask you, Matthew. I know we're in Vegas, but I didn't think the timing was right. But your involvement...
We're never sober.
That's probably why. But your involvement in the Titans. Your stake in the Titans, you and Gordy.
Yep.
And I haven't asked you why, so I'm going to... Why?
Well, you get offered an opportunity for a stake in a club, and at the moment, the way the game's going, it's a no-brainer. And the thing about it is with the Gold Coast, you watch the Gold Coast, whether it's the Giants, the Seagulls, the Chargers, over the years, or the Titans, 90% of the existence of the Gold Coast teams, they've underachieved, underachieved at their potential. And so you don't go into a club just for the sake of it. You go in there because you think you can make a difference. And that's the thing. I've been involved with the game my whole life, spent my whole life from a player, a fan, media, now an opportunity to go in with ownership, and it's a no-brainer. And it's great. You've got skin in the game again. I'm really excited about it. And you can see, mate, they're going to have success. Yeah. Right? Not a shadow of a doubt. They're going to have success. Things are moving forward.
When though? Like without being...
No.
Do you see it next 5?
It's coming. I tell you right now, and without talking up all the time, they've got a very, very good coach. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
Hodjo, you've had a fair bit to do with Josh Hannay at Origin level. He was recommended by Billy Slater and very, very good people. Yeah. And the moment he's walked into that place, he's had the respect of the players. And, I'm very confident they're going to have a strong season.